Yo, what's going on, guys? It's the DFS Riddler coming back at you live with another MLB video. Here to answer all of your DFS questions and solve all of your DFS riddles for this Wednesday, May the 29th slate. Before we get started, guys, if you're brand new to the channel, really appreciate it if you drop a like on the video, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of the future MLB videos that I'll be putting out this season. Speaking of subscribing, if you are new to the channel, I'm doing a $20 cash giveaway, guys, out of my own pocket. Doing it, like I said, out of my own pocket. Just a little bit of my appreciation to you guys for subscribing to my YouTube channel and following my picks every day. Really appreciate all the love and support. Definitely over halfway to my goal of 100 subscribers. So once I get to 100 subscribers, guys, I will be announcing that winner of that $20 cash giveaway in my last video of that week. So tell all your friends about that $20 cash giveaway, and all they got to do to be involved in that is just subscribe to my channel. But yeah, guys, last night's picks from the video were pretty freaking good. What did I tell you? In the Colorado game, either Eduardo Escobar or Ketel Marte would hit a home run. Eduardo Escobar went yard. Ketel Marte got 10 fantasy points. Escobar got 19. So if you had those two together, they gave you 29. Not a bad investment for $11,000 in salary. Some of the other picks, I said that I like Avisail Garcia, and I like the Tampa Bay Rays. Avisail Garcia, he went yard also. He got a home run. So the picks are absolutely on fire, guys, and one of the reasons that the picks are so good is this draft dashboard right here, this fantasy tool. If you guys haven't tried it yet, you are missing out. It has tons of tools on here that will help you pick the right guys that will take down that big-ass GPP that you guys all want to win. We'll start off by going over the MLB cheat sheet. This tool right here is super important, guys. Really awesome tool to have. It'll tell you all the picks of the slate that are like the locks, the top pitchers of the slate. You got your stud bats over $4,000, your mid-range bats from 3.5 to 4K, your value bats under 3.5K, and the best part about the MLB cheat sheet, guys, is the home run hitters list. If you do want to take down a big ass GPP, you're going to need a shitload of home runs. You're going to need a really high score. And this list right here will give you all the guys on the slate that have a really high upside to get you those home runs. So definitely a really important tool, guys. Really love the MLB cheat sheet. Next up is the position optimizer. This tool right here is really awesome when you're building your lineups, guys. You can build up your player pool based on all the players that you like. It breaks down all the players by position on the slate. You've got individual player statistics, including batter versus pitcher and pitcher versus batter. Tells you how each player has fared in their last 5 games in general, as well as how well they have fared against the opposing team in their last 5 games. I really like this tool because, like I said, you can add all the players that you like to your player pool. Once you do so, you head over to the lineup optimizer. And this lineup optimizer is kick-ass, guys. Once you do generate a lineup, Draft Dashboard gives you the option to upgrade your players as need be to a higher Draft Dashboard ranking. This lineup optimizer also has a mass lineup generator where you can generate anywhere from 10 to 100 lineups at one time. Really important tool if you like to enter the 20 entry max contests. But yeah, guys, the lineup optimizer has won me a shitload of money in the past. It'll win you a shitload of money too. Definitely just with random lineups that it spits out. Draft Dashboard lineup optimizer has been absolute fire lately. Next up is the sleepers and studs. The sleepers and studs option is a really good tool because it gives you all the players that are going to be $4,000 or less on the slate that have a really high probability of getting you a hit, not getting you a fucking zero. And when you are trying to fit in a lot of high price bats like Nolan Arenado or fucking any of the bats, like Christian Yelich, any of the bats that are $5,500 or more, you're definitely going to have a lot of value on your lineup, guys. And this tool right here, like I said, will give you the players that'll actually get you value at their price tag. But yeah, guys, that's Draft Dashboard. If you do want to try it, it is only $1 for 30 days. Don't be a fucking cheap ass. Give it a shot. You are missing out if you don't have it. Like I said, if it is only $1 for 30 days, if you're already playing fantasy, you're already spending $1 every day on it, might as well improve your lineups with Draft Dashboard. If you do want to try it, just click the link that's in the description of my YouTube channel. It'll take you to where you need to go to give Draft Dashboard a shot. All right, so for the picks that I have for today, here in the past couple of days, I've really hated paying up for pitcher. It hadn't worked out very well lately. A lot of the high-priced pitchers have been absolutely getting fucking destroyed. But I do not mind at all paying up for Blake Snell today. For the Tampa Bay Rays versus a Toronto Blue Jays team that is absolute garbage. They strike out like 25 to 30% of the time. Like I said, absolute garbage. Blake Snell should absolutely mow through this lineup, this fucking AAA lineup. He is 11,300, so he will cost you, but he will get, he's going to get 35 fantasy points. His floor that I see today is at 30. So Blake Snell is definitely in play for me. He's a lock, especially for cash. In his last 5 games, he's got a 23, a 25, a 34. Got blown up one time when he came back from injury. He had a -9, but he had like a broken foot or some shit, and he was out for a couple of weeks. So that was his first game back. He wasn't quite himself. Before that, he had a 30 before the injury. So he pitches very consistent. He's one of the aces in the league. Can't ignore that. Look at how he's pitched against Toronto in the past. He had a 30, a 25, a 38, a 27, and 13. So that 38 high upside is there, guys. And like I said, their lineup is absolutely terrible right now. So definitely lock in some Blake Snell. At 11,300, he's going to absolutely crush that price tag. I do not mind paying up for that, like I said. So if you are going to pay up for Blake Snell, you're going to have to pay down a little bit for your SP2. One of them that I really do like that sticks out for me is Wade Miley for the Houston Astros. He's $7,800, guys. If you did want to pay up a little bit less than Wade Miley, you could look at maybe Pablo Lopez for the Miami Marlins, who I also have a lot of interest in. He's $6,600, I think, only. And in Miami Marlins Park, number 3 most pitcher friendly ballpark that there is. So I have interest there also with the pairing for Blake Snell. But I'm going to highlight Wade Miley today. He is pitching against the Cubs, which that can be a little bit scary. But guess what, guys? Chris Bryant is out of the lineup for tomorrow. He is out on injury. So that's one less thing that you have to worry about in that lineup. And Wade Miley only gives up a 583 OPS to lefty batters. So that gives him a lot better chance to get past Anthony Rizzo than a lot of other pitchers will. So you really have to worry about like Javier Baez, Wilson Contreras. But he has a very good history versus the Cubs. 20 for 88 with a 227 batting average that he's giving up. And he's been very consistent this year, guys. His ERA is like a 3.32. And he has 5 wins and 2 losses. So he's pitching very consistently. He's got a 28, a 7, a 14, a 25, and a 13 in his last 5 games. And he gets a huge park upgrade pitching at home at Minute Maid Park, which we all know is the #1 most pitcher-friendly ballpark that you can pitch in. And he does have the offense behind him with the Houston Astros that I believe could get him the win. They are a slight dog today because on the other end, it's Kyle Gibson pitching, or yeah. So they're a little they're slightly the Cubs are slightly favored, but I don't believe it, especially with Chris Bryant out of this Cubs lineup. Wade Miley should definitely pay off that $7,800 price tag. So I like Wade Miley for my SP2. All right, so we'll talk about the bats that I like for today. I really love the Phillies bats for the day. I love the Phillies stack. We'll start off by going over Andrew McCutchen. He's $4,800. He leads off for the Philadelphia Phillies. And the reason that I like the Phillies so much today is they are going up against Genesis Cabrera. He is just getting called up from AAA. He hasn't pitched in the majors this year. But in AAA so far this year, he's giving up over a 6 earned run average. So he's pitching like shit. But they have no choice. They have to deploy him in their pitching lineup, which puts the Phillies in a really good spot. They're hitting at home. Should be a high scoring game. Andrew McCutchen is 19 for 68 in his history versus this pitcher, with 10 singles, 6 doubles, 1 triple, and 2 home runs. I don't really pay attention to BVP too much unless you have a really good sample size. And it just so happens that the Phillies have a really good sample size against this pitcher. That is really good. 279 batting average out of that many plate appearances. He gets on base, and we all know what Andrew McCutchen does to lefty pitchers. He absolutely fucking crushes them with a 946 OPS. So I absolutely love Andrew McCutchen in the leadoff spot for the Phillies, which leads me to my next pick, Gene Segura, number 2 batter for the Philadelphia Phillies, their shortstop. Gene Segura is priced at $4,800, and he has a good history against this batter. Against this pitcher. He's got 8 singles, 1 double, and 1 home run, 10 for 22, 455 batting average, 1,091 OPS. And he mashes the lefty pitchers as well, 977 OPS, plus 24% advantage. Definitely love Gene Segura. He's got a 0, a 9, a 5, a 23, and a 12 in his last 5 games. He could definitely take this pitcher yard tomorrow. Definitely lock in some Gene Segura. Next up, to stay on this same game, we'll go with Bryce Harper. Like I said, I love the Phillies stack tomorrow, guys, if you can fit him in. Bryce Harper is adequately priced at $4,500, and he's getting that. He is a lefty-lefty matchup, but I really love his. Like I said, he's got good history with this. Like a very good sample size with this pitcher as well. 11 for 25, 440 batting average, 6 singles, 2 doubles, 1 triple, and 2 home runs, 1340 OPS. Bryce Harper absolutely fucking crushes this guy. His last 5 games, he's been consistent. He hasn't hit a home run in a little bit. It's been a while. 7, 9, 9, 11, and a 0. Last 5 versus St. Louis, whether it be the starting pitcher or their bullpen, he's got a 27, a 0, a 13, a 15, and a 24. So he does really well in this matchup against this team. He does really well against this pitcher in his previous at-bats against him. Definitely lock in some Bryce Harper, $4,500. Seems a little bit too cheap. So next up, we have Trey Mancini for the Baltimore Orioles. I don't normally pick Baltimore Orioles bats just because they do strike out a fucking ton, but they have a great matchup today. They are playing against Detroit. Trey Mancini is expensive. He's $5,000, guys. But he gets a matchup against Ryan Carpenter, which is by far arguably probably the worst pitcher on the fucking slate. As you can see, he gives up an 1144 OPS to lefty batters and a 999 OPS to righties. So I like lefties and righties from the Orioles lineup. Orioles stack makes a fucking ton of sense. He just this pitcher is horrible pitching to both righties and lefties, like I said. So Trey Mancini, $5,000. I think he'll be low owned tomorrow, especially at that higher price tag. But that's not going to scare me away, guys. He is a great hitter, and against a shitty pitcher, he should get a home run tomorrow. That's what I'm calling for my home run prediction tonight, guys, or for tomorrow's slate, is Trey Mancini. Last 5 games, he's got a 5, a 15, a 12, a 5, and a 7. So it's been a little bit since he's got a home run as well. He's due. He should hit one off of Ryan Carpenter tomorrow against this really horrible pitcher. Lock in some Trey Mancini if you can fit him in, $5,000. Got to find room for him. So next up we have Hanser Alberto for the Baltimore Orioles. Like I said, I like the Orioles tomorrow. They're going to be a lower owned stack, guys. And he is very adequately priced at $4,200. Nice mid-tier price play. And he's been hitting the ball very consistently. 10, 4, 7, and an 18 and a 0. He hits lefty batters very well with an 891 OPS. He's got a plus 38% advantage over this pitcher. But like I said, I like righties and lefties versus Ryan Carpenter. He's just garbage. And I love the Orioles tomorrow, so definitely get some exposure to them because they should put up plenty of runs against this guy. All right, so for my value play for today, we're going to go with Ryan O'Hearn. I feel like I've used this guy for a value play so many times. It's just like his price tag never really goes up. And then whenever he gets a really good matchup, like I said, never goes up, whether he has a good matchup or a bad matchup. So it's like $3,500 to $3,700 all the time, pretty much. I've seen it go up to $4,000 maybe a couple times. But yeah, today it's $3,500. He has a 100 draft dashboard ranking, plus 80% advantage against Ronaldo Lopez, who gives up a whopping 945 OPS to lefty batters. And we all know Ryan O'Hearn mashes the righty pitchers with a 904 OPS. 2 for 9 in his history with 1 single and 1 home run. $3,500. The matchup is just too good to ignore, guys. If he gets a home run at that price tag, you're absolutely crushing value. So Ryan O'Hearn is my favorite value play on this slate. Definitely lock him in to get some value in there. Last 5 games, he's got a 3, a 17, a 0, 0, and 11. So as you can see, kind of like a streaky hitter. He can either get you 0 or he can get you fucking 17 to 30 fantasy points if he gets those home runs. So, but I can see that he can definitely take this pitcher yard tomorrow. Lopez is just not a good pitcher against lefty batters, like I said. Draft dashboard loves him with the crown, so definitely love this value play here. But yeah, guys, that's it for tonight's video. Hope you guys all made lots of money on tonight's slate, and hope we can crush it again tomorrow. Let's fucking kill it, guys. So as always, make lots of money, and DFS Riddler is out.